The system we've been following for the last almost 2 centuries, over 180 years, is designed to protect all the states as part of a republic. So sure, it is true that we are a democracy, but we are also a republic. And we are all familiar, of course, with the first 10 amendments. We're familiar with the 11th Amendment. But all that's designed to reflect state rights. And the danger that we have if we say the entire New York Electoral College will go to the winner of a national election is that our electoral votes are going to depend on how somebody voted in Texas, how somebody voted in Florida, how somebody voted in California. And our votes will all go based on how people outside of New York State voted. And the danger that we have is that you can have presidential candidates who understand the math, believe me, they know what those votes are, and who come up with a national policy that excludes the Northeast, New York, Massachusetts, Vermont, because all they need is a majority of the total votes, and face it, we don't decide the national total vote any more than anyone else, and that means this bill transfers our electoral college not based on what our state feels is in its best interest, but what other voters in other states believe are in their best interest. And if we're worried about the fact that we don't get any national campaign dollars here because New York tends to go Democrat, the solution is very straightforward. We reallocate our electoral college based on the number of votes that are cast for each candidate within New York State. And at that point, we are back in play because both the Republican presidential candidate and the Democrat presidential candidate will be seeking electoral votes out of New York State. So I have a lot of confidence in New York voters to accurately and correctly and appropriately select a presidential candidate.
Mr. Dinowitz, why do you rise?
Do you yield for a quick question?
Absolutely.
Mr. Dinowitz, he yields.
Would you consider yourself a New Yorker first or an American first?
I view myself as an American New Yorker, and I don't make the distinction.
Okay,
I'm
a New York American. Okay.
And but certainly, we're part of the nation, but we want to make sure that the interests of New York State are reflected in the outcome of the presidential election, and that's why I am not willing to delegate our electoral authority to voters in other states. Thank you, Mr. Speaker.